Everything depends on the man.
We don't see films about the Latino experience with all the complexity and the diversity, cultural diversity and richness that our community has. And it's time for that to happen, you know?
And you said that you made this movie partly because when you had your son, you realized, hey, he's a Mexican-American. He should know who CESAR Chavez was.
Yeah, I started thinking, well, he belongs to a community today, and a community that is not celebrated in cinema.
The day you came into this world, I received the clarity that I so desperately needed.
What was the most daunting task about realizing that you're the person that's going to give life to such an iconic hero?
That was the first thing, was to not to think like that, and to think of it in terms of like, he's just, because he is, when I read the script, he's just a regular guy that wasn't even supposed to do this. He just, you know, he had his own way of working, and he just decided one day, like, you know, actually people decided, he's like, Caesar, you need to step up and you need to do it, you know, right now.
One of the things I learned while making the movie and was so impressed by was how Caesar understood it to not be about Mexican farm workers, but about social justice. He, you know, corresponded with Martin Luther King, and they felt like brothers in the same fight for justice. He included the Filipino farm workers. He asked, you know, white housewives to stop buying grapes. You know, he went overseas to Europe and urged the unions in the UK to see our struggle as the same struggle. And so if Caesar was sitting here, what he would say to you is, this is not about Mexican farm workers. It's not about skin, color, race, gender. This is about justice, social justice, and that applies to all of us.
I understand that you guys filmed in Sonora. Is that true? What was that like?
We shot in Hermosillo, and I felt completely welcomed. I mean, I think they really loved having us there. It was a very hot summer, which was uncomfortable for us at times, but also I think added to the intensity of the project.
You've been in contact with a lot of these communities now because of the film. How are they doing? How are the Latinos that are in the fields today? How are they?
Well, the thing is, I hope the film draws some attention to the fields today, because there's a big need of change. The struggle hasn't ended. The fight is still happening. And things are very complicated. I mean, this country has more than 11 million workers living under terrible conditions, without the basic things every human being should have, you know, and without the freedom to choose where they want to be. So it's important we start thinking about those who are feeding this country.
You can't oppress someone who's not afraid anymore.